this movie. I can't do this review, guys. Hello, everyone. It's your friend Sean PVS 101 Crubbles Fanboy. Today, I'm gonna review on Star Wars: Attack of the Clones. No, this is not a review or a rant. This is an extreme mega killer rant and my worst Star Wars movie I have ever seen in my life. Shit I'm ranting is Attack of the Clones. I'm sorry. More like Star Wars Attack of the Fuck You. Oh, Star Wars Attack of the FU. The plot for this movie it's about this movie was take place a few years later after the Star Wars The Phantom Menace. In this movie, Anakin Skywalker is now grown up and now is in love with Padme. Oh fuck this! And also there's a new clone army, and then can't explain about the plot. Like, so where to go this movie? This is one of the worst Star Wars movie I ever seen in my life. Oh my god! This movie was so atrocious and dreadful to watch! I hate this movie so much, guys. And at least give one money positive for this movie, guys. Well, none! I have no positive for this movie, guys. Nothing great, nothing wow me, so there's a lot of negatives for this film. Let's do this. Let's tear this new awful film with a new one. What gratefully pissed me off of Star Wars Attack of the Clones, what more like Star Wars Attack of the Fuck You. The story for this movie, this has had to be one of the most confusing, dull, and boring things from a Star Wars movie. Like, what the hell was going on? Like, there's some moments I really don't care about. Like, oh my god, the writing for Star Wars Attack of the Clones, it is so bad, so dreadful. I can't stand everything about what's going on with this movie. Also, the characters don't give flying shits about. Like, not 1, 2, 3, or 100 either! Like, oh my gosh, the characters are so bland, wide-dimensional, and forgettable. Like, honestly, really don't care any characters. Like, I really don't give a fuck about Obi-Wan Kenobi. Really don't give a shit about Samuel Jackson's character. Really don't care for anyone. I don't care for anyone. Not everyone. Also Anakin Skywalker in this movie. He's even worse in this movie than The Phantom Menace. Like, oh my god, he was so fucking creepy on Padme. Like, oh my god. And also remember Phantom Menace when he is so young he was a young boy and he fell in love with Padme, but in this movie he's gotten all older and loving with this girl. Like, oh my god. He was a kid in episode 1, but now he's a grown adult now. Oh my god! Really hate Hayden Christensen's performance. Like, my god, he was he sucked at acting in this movie. Really don't care for his acting skill. Oh, Padme, really don't care for Padme. Not 1, 2. I really don't care for her character. Really don't care for her. So let's talk about the villains in Attack of the Clones, like and also let's talk about Jango Fett. Honestly, Jango Fett is very very wasted in this. Like, oh my gosh. Jango Fett is a very wasted character in this movie. Like, honestly, really don't care for Jake. I really don't care for Jango Fett. Who agrees the Mandalorian bounty hunter person is way better than Jango Fett? Who agrees with me? So let's talk about Count Dooku. Like, honestly, Count Dooku is very bland and forgettable. Really don't give a crap about Count Dooku. And let's talk about the CGI. My God! The CGI sucks. Oh my God, the CGI is even worse than the Phantom Menace. Like, oh my God, the CGI is cheap, fake looking, and lazy. Also, I really hate the CGI is atrociously bad. Really, the CGI makes me so sick. Like, honestly, CGI makes me want to throw up in the bathroom how bad the awful CGI was. And one of the worst CGIs in Star Wars history. And also, guys, who agrees the Star Wars sequel trilogy has way better practical CGI effects than this awful prequel CGI? Also, guys, let's get into the worst element about this movie is Anakin and Padme.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
Every time when Anakin and Padme already love each other, why? God, these assholes have no chemistry, no feeling, no emotion to them. Like, honestly, they just, oh God, they gave some horrible, awful lines. Like Anakin's like, I don't like the sand. It's bad. It's boring. It gets everywhere. Shut up, Hayden Christian, you pussy. Oh my gosh. Really cannot stand that relationship. It is so bad. I just rather use my Jango Fett's gun and shoot these assholes in the screen. Overall, guys, Star Wars Attack of the Clones, it is the worst fucking Star Wars movie I've ever seen in my life, with awful script, awful writing, awful characters, with the worst CGI ever made. And also, the action scenes kind of suck with terrible action. Overall, this movie deserves a middle finger. This movie gets a middle finger. As if for my extreme mega killer rant on the worst Star Wars movie ever made. Well, man, I ranted on the first two bad Star Wars prequel films like Episode 1, Episode 2. Man, I ranted on the worst Star Wars films ever made. Oh man, I know my next review will be improvement over these two films. I'm going to review Revenge of the Sith, which is the good and improvement prequel film over these terrible films. Well, thanks for my review on Revenge of the Sith. I'll see you next video, and goodbye!